This room is nice. This is what I call my music room. See right there? See right there? That's my music room. So I do music because I used to do music and I still do music. So this is my music room. And this is also, the house is on the National Historic Register, the National Register of Historic Places. And, are you doing me? Yeah, you are. It's on the National Register of Historic Places because of the stenciling here, that's all. That's exactly all. The stenciling, this is hand-painted, stencils.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I uncovered it and it was done in 1824.
Wow.
By Moses Eaton Jr.
Does anything happen in this room?
Yeah, this is the room that my niece swears was full of orbs when she took pictures of my brother's birthday party here. And there were these spots all over the, I said, what are those, Cindy? And she said, oh, those are orbs, Aunt Teresa. What are orbs? I didn't know, what are orbs?
Orbs are...
What are they?
There are a couple of schools of thought. Orbs, some people think are manifestation of a spirit.
Yes.
But sometimes there's an awful lot of them.
Yes.
It could just be dust reflecting light. So,
yeah, that seems
a
like...
lot of people mistake dust and moisture in the air reflecting light as an orb. Yeah.
How can you tell if it's an orb then? Good question.
Very good question. And there's, again, there are a couple of different theories on that, but we don't really get into orbs. We're really looking for some concrete evidence, voices, photographs of spirits manifesting themselves, video, sounds. We have other ways of communicating with the spirits too. So
I haven't any sounds that I have recorded because I don't stay up all night. There's no way. You know.
So
but I've heard noises.
Noises? What kind
Footsteps.
of noises?
Yeah. Footsteps all the time.
Yeah, you hear people walking into the house.
I hear people walking every time I'm in the cellar. They're walking up here. Every time I'm up here, I hear. Today I had knocks on my house. I thought you were here. I did. I came running out of the bathroom and I said, hello, and I went to the door and there's nobody there. 2 times, knock, 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 knock. I said, what? Oh, they're here already. And I ran, nobody there.
What time of day was that?
That was about 4.
Okay.
This is my bathroom, it's quite large.
Oh, a little bit.
Well, it was once the dining room, I believe.
Oh, really?
Oh, sure. Yeah, this must have been, I installed the washer dryer and this tub was built in when I got here, but I'd rather it had not been. But anyway, it takes up quite a bit of the room. But it's a nice big room. When the girls all come and we come in and fix our hair and we're all getting together, everybody comes in and bothers everybody else. Anyway, this door goes through to the music room where you just saw.
Okay.
So this door goes through there.
Yeah, let's go to the basement.
Oh yay. You won't like it.
Is it dark?
No, it's not dark. It's all right. I have light. It's not bad. Watch out for my shoes, my boots. I don't want to knock them down the stairs. It's kind of dank down here. It's a dirt cellar. Well, it was once like a blaze or something. But anyway, there's arches. You don't see those very often.
Yeah.
It's quite neat. I work over there sometimes and do my own funky little stuff. And
Is that a headstone?
yes, it is. That was here.
It was in the basement?
No, it was outdoors on the side of the house. They buried a kid there or something.
So there's a kid buried up beside the house?
There must have been some time. That was the stone in the ground.
So was it laying flat or was it upright?
It was laying flat in the ground. BW, look.
That's all it says on it, no date or anything?
Nope. When I pulled it out, it said, what the heck's this doing here? Somebody buried a kid when they, you know, I think they didn't want people to know it in some time past. That's why I found it right there by the side of the house. Exactly, quite. Yeah, I don't find much down here. Things fall down. Oh, this fell down. This.
Really?
Yeah, really. And that holds up an I-beam.
Yeah.
And it fell down. I just cleared it. I went to the furnace and I just got by here and it grazed my shirt and it hit the pallet right there. And I went, oh my God.
And this didn't come down at all, or did it?
No, it didn't come down. And it's not even bolted.
All right. How'd you get back up there?
Pounded it with an axe. I did. I put a plate under it. See this plate?
Yeah.
It's a part of an old cast iron thing I found. I put it underneath. My friend came. I said, Dora, you got to help me. And she said, what? I said, we got to stand this thing back up. If that had hit me, I would have broken head.
Yeah.
for dead or something. But I don't like these things.
Right.
I don't want it falling on my head. Can you believe that fell down?
I can. I mean, that's a major support.
Well, what if that whole thing had come down?
Yeah. It was bolted here.
How did Trudy die? She was buried in the cellar.
She was smacked with a post in the basement. Did anything happen in here besides that thing falling on you? Which is a major event, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It is. If you, I can't disturb a big cast iron post. I'm not big enough, am I? And, no, I hear a lot of rumblings here, and things fall down, and a lot of things drop, and I don't know what that is, and things fall off this. I suppose there could be a rat or a woodchuck, or I don't know why they would be up there, but anyway. Things have fallen and make noise, and you know, I've gotten used to it. I pay no attention to most of this. I try not to. That's my rubbish. Don't take a picture of that. Okay.
So when was the house built, Judy?
1798 by David Dickey from Wisconsin. I still remember his name. I knew him personally.
You know him personally?
Yeah, sure. Well, no, don't pay attention to
it. All right. And how many people? Do you know how many people own the house?
Yes, I have a whole history. I did all the research at the archives in Augusta. I have probably 20. I think about 20 different people who lived here, families. And almost all of them were influential somebodies. You know, they were like barristers or people of influence, a postal clerk or a postal master or something. And, you know, there were some people that were, you know, good. And whoever built this house was tall.
Because, yeah, this basement's really tall and all the ceilings are really
For a
tall.
cape, yeah. This is a cape.
Yeah.
It's tall.
Yeah.
I don't know. They said the house was built by David Dickey, who was a trader, T-R-A-D-E-R, from Wisconsin. And he came up and bought a tract of land, which was a 1-mile tract they could buy at that time. And he developed it into segments of, you know, certain amounts for people who wanted to homestead. And King George wanted all the tall trees and the largest ones for the mast for the ships. So they had to hide everything that they built in this house, so it does not have wide floorboards. I think the biggest downstairs is, I think the largest floorboards here are 14 to 15 inches. Up in the attic, however, where they hid them, there are some much larger ones. Yeah. And they're 20 feet long up there, some of them, but they're rough, you know, they're rough and too bad. And I found out they had chickens in the attic. Of the attic knee wall. Chickens, hens. They must have had a ladder went up from the king ordered, King George, that you build a house 20 by 20 and bring the land to tillage and share whatever you used in your garden or whatever you raised as pigs or cows or whatever, and they swapped as neighbors to sustain each other and themselves for the, yeah, that's how they did it. And the 20/20 is my kitchen.
All right. So that was the original part of the house?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is my gallery. Now, half of my house, half of this house is, which has 4 rooms in the main house, is my gallery, which is my artwork, only mine.
And let's talk about what happens in there once we get in there.
What happens in here? Yeah, well, I'll show you the picture. I have a photo on my island in the kitchen. What happens is here is weird, but it was right here it happened. Now I want to show you something, okay? See this hook? I built these standards.
Yep.
And then we have chicken wire on the back.
Oh.
There's chicken wire behind there with cloth over it, so you can hang the paintings anywhere.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, that was my invention, I must say.
That's pretty cool.
But see this? This is an S hook for a drape.
Okay.
Drapery hook,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course you know what I mean, I'm sorry. So here is this great deep thing, and it hooks over that chicken wire in the back. I toilet paper on this one, bad. But anyway, it can't jump off.
Right, there's no way to, I mean, that hook is solid because it's in the wire.
Yeah, take it off, go ahead, take that off. See? It can't fall off.
Right.
Now you tell me how that's going to fall off there.
It can't. I mean, you can tug on it. It's not going to come off of there.
All right, so I'll show you the picture. Twice this happened. Then I came in here, and the first one was that lighthouse.
Oh.
Yep, it was up here. I've changed them around from time to time. I do that. The lighthouse was the one here, and it was on the floor, and it was right out of the liner. The liner stuck to the painting, but the painting on the whole thing came out of the frame. And I was like, what? I heard it bang in the night, but I didn't, I said, what's that? And I went to sleep, Got up in the morning and said, huh. So I said to my friend, Laurie, come look at this. She said, why is your painting on the floor? I said, tell me. It jumped off the hook. She said, it can't jump off the hook.
This one right here.
Yeah. So what's the backing on that one? Do I have a bar or do I have a hanger?
You have a hanger.
Yeah. So that can't get off the hook. It can't, tell me. I don't care what size rat you got, it can't get off the hook. So that one fell first and came apart, and I was able to smartly pull the staples out and put it back together. Then, I think it was about 6 months. Over here I had this usual arrangement. I think did I have 2 here? Well, I had something here and I had these here. These 2 were on, it's changed now, but these 2 were on wires. There was one here on wires. One here, one there. And I had another one here. And I got up in the morning and I heard the bang. And I said, I'm not getting up, that's it. I don't know what's going on in this house. And so I got up and there were 2 on the floor. And the one here was askew on the wire. Had hit them, it had hit it. And I had one over here which was sold, and the guy was coming to pick it up the next week. And it hit the edge of it with this one that was up there and chipped the driftwood frame, and I was like, oh no. But I was able to fix it, so that was okay. But this one was askew, and this one was hanging cockeyed. And these 2 were on the floor.
And these are held over those hooks too?
Yep, they're all the same hooks. Now you want to tell me how those got off there?
I'm afraid I can't. Not yet. We're in the gallery and we are getting ready to start our investigation. We have all of our cameras, we have our audio recorders, we have a ghost box, we have 2 millimeters, we have some toys. We're going to see if we can get some activity in this room. John and Teresa have been going around shutting off all the lights, and we're getting ready to start.
Okay. Lights are all off, Tony.
Great.
Alright, I'm going to sit over in that corner. Do you want me to take the camera with
Yeah,
me?
why don't you grab this camera?
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Make sure that your camera's still in focus, because I just looked that way. Still in focus?
Yep.
Time?
11:33, 11:33.
Hello? Are you out there in the kitchen? What?
Anybody hear that loud snap?
Earlier?
Yes.
Yes.
No, after you said hello.
Okay, let's hear it again. Hold on. You out in the kitchen? Let us know you're here. Have you been waiting for us? Thank you. Are you excited that we're here? Come on. You gotta be excited that we're here. You know we're here to be friendly, right? Well, now you know we're here to be friendly. Are you gonna make your presence known tonight while we're here? Stop moving. Can you answer this question for us, please? Are you the one that knocks the paintings off the wall? Do you know who knocks the paintings off the wall? Hello? What, are you just gonna tease us at one time? Just for something. Do you want to check the camera, please?
Just heard that snap again.
Are you a child? Are you under the age of 18? Hello? Can you jump on the floor to let us know where you are, please? Make a big loud bang. So we're going to give you 2 more minutes to let us know that you're here or where you are, or that you want to communicate with us, and then we're going to do something else or maybe go into a different room or something. So whatever it is that you're going to do, it has to be kind of obvious, non-threatening, but obvious. Is the heat on?
No.
Because of there, she's using the wood stove?
Correct.
Was that you letting us know that you're here? Can you give us a sign that that was you, a non-threatening sign, please? We're going to move over to the music room because nothing really seems to be happening here in the art gallery. At least nothing obvious. So we're going to move there right now.
We are setting the flashlights in the hopes that any spirits who might be in the house will use them to talk to us. We set them so that they're sensitive to touch. So all they have to do is tap them to get them to come on. We're going to put one down here on the fireplace thing, and the other one up here on the mantle.
If there's anybody in this room with us, we left you a couple of devices. That would be one of them. We left you a couple of devices to communicate with us. They're flashlights. There's actually 3 of them. There's 2 up on the mantle, and there's 1 down on the wood stove that's in front of the fireplace. If you'd like to communicate with us with a yes answer to any of our questions, we give you 8 to 10 seconds to turn a flashlight on. If you answer us after 8 to 10 seconds, we consider your answer to be less compelling. Is there anybody here with us? Can you turn on the flashlight, please? Turn on one of the flashlights. Thank you. Can you tell us... That's the couch. Can you tell us what your name is, please? My foot. Can you go up to the fireplace and tell us what your name is so we can record your voice? Did you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? If you're in the art gallery, can you let us know, please, in a non-threatening way? Okay, there are 3 flashlights over near the fireplace. Can you please turn on a different flashlight for us to let us know that you're here within the next 8 to 10 seconds? A different flashlight than the one that's been going on. Ten seconds is up. Is there anybody here with us?
I'll go this way.
Maybe those flashlights will start going on for us. Look at that. No way.
That one hasn't been coming on.
Neither one of those have.
That one has a few times, but that one hasn't. Well, thank you. Somebody turned that on. We do appreciate that.
There is what is supposed to be a headstone, or maybe even, as Teresa pointed out, could be a footstone, because it has just the initials on it, and that is a typical a footstone. It's right here beside me, and it was found by the current owner of the house. It was found just outside that basement window, as a matter of fact, behind John, in what she referred to as her weed garden, or her flower garden right outside the house. And she thinks that it may have belonged to a child who's buried here on the property. She said she didn't really have anything to substantiate that. That's just something that she suspected because there were initials on it.
Can you go that way, Tony, so I can get you and flashlight? Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. Well, thank you if you're turning the flashlight on for us. Okay, thank you. I want to make sure it's not me. Turn the flashlight on. Come on, turn the flashlight off again, please. We want to know that you're communicating with us. We need to know that you're understanding our questions, and we need to know that you're following the ground rules for the flashlight. So.
Is there anyone here with us? Upstairs?
Ooh. That was right over here beside me.
Yep. Can you hit key on the piano, please, so that we can hear it play?
Are you familiar with this stone that's here to my left? Do you know what that stone is for? Is that a headstone or a footstone that marks somebody's grave? If you're familiar with that stone and you know that that belonged to a grave, can you please turn one of these flashlights on in the next 8 to 10 seconds? Okay, please turn the flashlight back off in the next 8 to 10 seconds, please.
Turn on the flashlight to let us know that you're the one that knocks the paintings off the walls. You have 10 seconds. Six seconds.
Thank you.
So we think that you're indicating that you are aware that there's a grave that belonged to this headstone. Is there a child that's buried where that headstone was? If there is, please turn the flashlight. Okay. Right, thank you. Can you please turn the flashlight off again in the next 8 to 10 seconds so we can ask you another question? Thank you. So there's a child buried where this headstone was, or this gravestone was. Did that child live in this house at one point in time? If that child lived in this house, can you please turn the flashlight back on in the next 8 to 10 seconds?
Ooh, right on the money.
All right, thank you very much.
Do you like to listen to the harpsichord? I noticed there's a harpsichord. Oh, you do? You like the harpsichord? There's one over in the corner.
If the child died of an illness, was it a widespread illness? Were there a lot of people that died because of this illness? Okay, well thank you very much. Did that child, was he an only child, or did he have any siblings? Did the child have a sibling or more than one sibling in this household? If he did or she did, can you please turn the flashlight on in the next 8 to 10 seconds? A brother or a sister? That was pretty borderline, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was within.
If the adults or the parents of those children also passed in this house due to an illness around the same time, can you please turn the flashlight on in the next 8 to 10 seconds? Just 5 seconds. Are we talking to one of the adults? Are we talking to a parent of the child who's buried outside? That was a quick flash. Yeah, that's better.
You can turn it off now. That was convenient. Thank you. Yeah. That was my stomach. Can you move something down in the basement within the next 30 seconds, please? Move something loud down in the basement so the guys downstairs, so that the guys downstairs hear it or see it and know that they didn't do it. Can you do that, please?
Can you hear the girls upstairs asking questions too? If you can hear them asking the questions and you know that they're asking questions of the spirit in the house, can you please turn the flashlight on again in the next 8 to 10 seconds? I guess we have their undivided attention.
Yep. 217, 217. I just thought I heard something slide on that table again.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you guys downstairs, why did you just timestamp?
John thought he heard something move on the table.
Wait, say it slowly and loudly.
John thought he heard something slide on the table in front of us. We've tried a few different tools here. We have our millimeters going. We've tried the ghost box, which was not very effective from what we could tell in the moment. We tried to use the flashlights as well. That was not very successful up here. We're getting ready to wrap up and head home.